Hi everyone, and welcome to the FRC Historian. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of the largest records in FRC history, and how 2019 might be the year that's finally broken. For those of you who know, making it to Einstein Field is an amazing accomplishment. It means that you had a phenomenal season, and you were able to be on the alliance that wins your division and goes on to have the chance of winning Worlds, which is an exciting experience. Now, we all know how hard it is to make it on Einstein Field. And another thing, on top of that, it's even harder to go back for sequential years. Right now, there was a long-standing record between two FRC teams of making it back to Einstein Field 6 years in a row. Right now, that record is shared between Team 177, Bobcat Robotics, and Team 1678, Citrus Circuits. Now, what makes this interesting is Bobcat Robotics won it for 6 years made it to their division final 6 years in a row. And that is 2007 through 2012. Whereas Citrus Circuits made it 2013 through 2018. So if they win their division in 2019, then they break that record, and they become the first team to make it 7 years in a row. And if you want to know for scope, the next place team in that record, it's OP Robotics, who's won it 2015, 16, 17, 18, 4 years in a row. So they have a few more years out if they want to make it to that record. Now, why I talk about this record in particular, and why I think it's such an amazing feat, is that you have to look at every single year you build a different robot. And unlike watching football or baseball or basketball where it's the exact same game every year, you watch the same teams do as well or a little bit better than you've always seen them. And first, the robots are different, the challenge is different, and you rarely see teams do exactly how they did the year before. There are a lot of cases where teams have done phenomenal 2 years in a row, but it doesn't happen all the time. And even then, there has never been a team who's won Worlds 3 years in a row. Actually, the most a team's ever won Worlds is 4 times, being a tie between Team Hammond and the Cheesy Poofs, both winning them in different eras at first. Now let's look at the differences between 1678 and Team 177. Because although they both made it 6 times, what laid out and their path to making it back 5 more times is incredibly different. And if you look at it, for Team 1678, 5 of those 6 years, they were either rank 1 or in the number 1 alliance, from 2013 through 2017, with 2018 being the only time that they were the second captain and part of the second alliance. So there were no upsets on them for the longest time. The Citrus Circuit started out their Einstein career in 2013 when they committed the first ever successful Scorched Earth that I am aware of, and picked the Robo Wranglers 148 as they went on to Einstein to become a semi-finalist. After that, in 2014, they picked Symbotics, a team that, if you know from my biggest upset video, everyone wanted to have Symbotics on their alliance, and became world finalists after a very close finals, going 1-2. Then in 2015, they picked Robonauts, Team 118, and they won the championship with them. In 2016, the Robo Wranglers decided to pick Citrus Circuits to play again, and this time they became semifinalists again, but this time after winning the quarterfinals against Team 217, because in that year there were 8 alliances. Now in 2017, they were able to pick Robonauts again, and they became world finalists. Now if you see how this is going, they got semi-final win, semi-final. They're hoping for a win in 2018. However, this broke their streak as they became the second-ranked alliance because the Blackhawks 33-10 jumped ahead of them. They picked the Robonauts, to my dismay, as I wanted to see Robonauts and Citrus Circuits become the first ever alliance to win Worlds twice. And then Citrus Circuits picked Upper Creek Robotics, and they were able to upset the first alliance and go 3-2 on Einstein Field. Now, what makes the Citrus Circuits so special with this is they have another chance next year. If they win their division, which I feel that they will at this rate they're at, they will beat the record, and Team 177 will become second place in this department. When talking about Team 177, you have to remember that their Einstein run was a little bit different than 1678. In 2006, they pulled off a great year winning both of their regionals, becoming rank 1 in the Galileo division, winning all 16 matches and going semi-finalist on Einstein Field. Now, in 2007, it was a little bit different. In 2007, they did not make it to the finals in either regionals, and made it there off of a wild card slot, and then won their division as a second pick, and then ended up winning the championship by playing an effective defense against the other alliance. Now, in 2008, they qualified based off of their championship win in 2007, winning the website award, the Connecticut Regional, but other than that, they were not able to win or become finalists in any of them. They were able to win their division as a second pick, with their partners 11-24 and 10-24, upsetting the fourth alliance. Now, in 2009, they won their division again, making it there based off of a wild card slot, and they won it as a second pick once again. And now in 2010 was a little bit different. In 2010, they actually won the championship again. And they won that with the alliance of 294 and the Hot Team. If you know from me talking about that 2010 championship, you'll know that the Hot Alliance with 177 was able to upset Los Gorillas, who had a robot made for 2010, and were able to win the championship. Now, 2011 was the last year that they won their division, and what's surprising about 2011 was they became the championship finalist, ending off a wonderful 6-year reign, finalist to the world champion. They were the first pick of Team 2016, the Mighty Monkey Wrenches, with Alliance Partner 781. Now, what's nice about this is on Einstein Field, the team who did win, the alliance that did win, was the Cheesy Poof 111 Alliance, Wild Sting. And that was a year that Cheesy Poofs and Wild Sting were able to work together again on Einstein Field. But unlike last time, they won this time in 2011, cementing their first win of 4 to come in the near future. Now, this is a record that I feel is very important to remember. Both teams won 2 world championships in their heyday. 1678 hasn't even ended their heyday yet. They were both able to come up short. They were both able to become finalists multiple times. And they've been able to do incredible things within their respective eras. With 177's era ending, starting a new era for the Cheesy Poofs. And after that, this is something where even if a team does get 3 years in a row, like the Cheesy Poofs, might be able to pull off a 3rd championship in a row, Strike Force might be able to pull off a 3rd championship in a row. Even if that does happen, it's important to see that when a team wins their division several years in a row, it's able to show that no matter what year it is, they're still doing immensely well. The Cheesy Poofs, who've won 4 championships, haven't made it past their division every single year. Strike Force, who's won 2 championships in a row, only made it past their division those 2 times. So when a team's able to make it 6 years in a row, especially, even 3-4 years in a row, it's an immense accomplishment that should be celebrated. So to 2019, I hope that Citrus Circuits do win their division again, hopefully with Robonauts, so we can see the first ever alliance win with the same captain and first pick again for a second time, which has never happened before. I hope you like this, and goodbye.